Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. The moment you've all been waiting for, obviously. Jesus, this light too bright? What? Back it up a little bit. That's a little better. Hi guys. I am back with another video, with a highly anticipated video. I'm going to be doing a review on Jolie plastic surgery. So this review is gonna have a lot of information. Please don't allow me to choose for you. I just want everyone to be able to heed my words and learn from my experience, and then just use that information to decide whether or not it's going to be your cup of tea. Okay, well, I hope you guys are doing good. So since I do have a nice expensive camera that I could be filming with right now, but unfortunately, since I have like a secondhand MacBook computer, every time I try to use my actual camera to record stuff, the files are too big or something. I don't know, it's goofy. So I guess once I get a new computer with more storage, then I'll be using my actual camera. But for now, I'm using my phone. And since I'm using my phone for this, I made a list on my computer of talking points. So if you see me looking at my computer every now and again, it's just because I want to compartmentalize exactly what I'm talking about. I want to make it as short, as sweet as possible, let you guys know everything that I went through when I went to this clinic, so that you're able to make your own informed decision moving forward when it comes to your surgery. Okay? Okay. So, look at everything now. And then also stay tuned too, because my next video coming up is going to be my 2 weeks post-op video to kind of let you guys know how I'm feeling, what I'm looking like, all that good stuff. So that is coming and will be the next upload. So yeah. Okay, so to start off, how did I hear about Jolie plastic surgery? So I heard about Jolie plastic surgery like a lot of us do. Aaliyah's Face and Glamazante are two fairly popular YouTubers, and they both went to Dr. Fisher at Jolie plastic surgery at the clinic. So after watching her journey, both of their journeys, and seeing kind of, you know, what was going on, that was like the very first clinic I was ever introduced to. So after watching their videos, I was interested. I did my little research. I went into the webpage and kind of looked around at all the doctors that they had. At the time, they had only... At the time, Dr. Fisher had just left, so they had Hassan, they had Garani, they had Dr. Brewster, they had Dr. Kagan, they had, I think there was one other person, I'm not sure. But it was like probably like 5 doctors. So after doing my research and looking at prices and looking at before and after photos, initially I had went with Dr. Brewster. And if you're already a Jolie doll, you kind of already know like how that situation went. But if you're not, I'll explain everything to you, don't worry. So I made my opening deposit, $500, about March or April of last year, and I've been paying it off since. So that whole process was pretty smooth. They ask you to take a photo of the front and back of your debit card and your ID when you're making payments through the portal. So that may make you feel some kind of way in the beginning, but I mean, it's really no big deal. They just want to confirm that you're using your own card and all that good stuff. So I did that. I was making my payment and following the Jolie plastic surgery Instagram page to kind of get updates on my doctor. And I think it was kind of an unknown truth that Dr. Brewster was a little bit newer to the clinic. And I say that because, let me put this super down. And I say that because a lot of the content they were posting, it would never be Dr. Brewster's content. And when I went to Dr. Brewster's, like, they allow you to go onto the website and click the doctor and click which procedure you want to look at and scroll through all of the procedures that he has. He only had like around 10 photos. And every month that I would go back and look, because I'm like a control freak like that. I'm constantly checking, constantly looking at the work, because even though I did my research on him and he seemed like such a nice guy and then I spoke to him and all that good stuff, I always want to be updated on how's he doing, like, is there any horror stories yet, is anything going on, as you should, because your doctor is going to be the most important key factor when it comes to your BBL surgery, obviously. And there would never be, well, I would never notice any new pictures being uploaded to the website. And on Jolie Plastic Surgery Instagram, I don't know if there was like, I don't know how the posting goes. Maybe as a doctor you pay for posting, or maybe you don't, but it just kind of seemed like Dr. Brewster was doing no surgeries, because they would almost never post any surgeries that he would do. It would always be either Dr. Hassan or Dr. Garani, back to back to back to back. And they would post in their story a real nice stick behind and be like, whose work do you think this is? Dr. Garani, Dr. Hassan, Dr. Brewster, or one other doctor? And it would never be Dr. Brewster, ever. Like, you can check me if I'm wrong, but it would never be Dr. Brewster's work. So it would probably be like every 20th post where we would be blessed with a Dr. Brewster post. So I thought that was weird at first, and as months went by and I wasn't seeing a bunch of content being pushed out with Dr. Brewster's name on it, it was just kind of like, I don't know, girl. I don't know how I feel about that. So after a while, kind of, it was coming up a little bit closer to my surgery date. I think I would say this is around January-ish. End of January. I'm like, you know what? I don't know how I feel about this. Maybe I should do a little bit closer research on Dr. Brewster. So I finally took it upon myself to make a profile on realself.com. And when I made a profile on realself.com and I searched Dr. Brewster's name, I unfortunately came to the realization that he is not certified. He's not board certified. And that blew me for a spin, because I thought in order to perform surgeries, period, you would have to be a board certified individual. But after doing even more research on Jolie plastic surgery, it seems like, because even though there were some deaths in the past, and a lot, let me not say a lot, but there's a decent amount of doctors who work for Jolie plastic surgery doing these surgeries and are not board certified. Two of those doctors being Garani and Hassan. Let me take that back. I think Hassan is the one that's not certified. So I'm gonna probably put my correction down here. So one of them is not certified, but yet they're promoting these guys. So that scared me, because now I'm like, okay, I'm going through this life-changing surgery. I could die. It's one of the most dangerous plastic surgeries in the world, and when I'm supposed to just put my life in the hands of someone who's not board certified, I don't know how I feel about that. So though Brewster has no deaths on his file, I know Garani, give me 1 second, let me check this. Okay, so I did my fact checks real quick, and Dr. Garani is board certified, but Dr. Garani is board certified, but he does have a death of a fat blood clog or something, and Hassan is not certified, and he has a near-death situation that happened. So yeah, and that happened, and it kind of confused me, because then I had to figure out that in the state of Florida, I guess you don't have to technically be board certified, or you do, or it was just a weird rabbit hole that I went down. So after that point in time, I just kind of looked back on myself and was like, okay, I really need to make a better decision, or either make a different decision or be happy with the decision I made, because it was kind of getting down to the nitty-gritty. I knew I still wanted my surgery. It was damn near all paid off, and I'm literally this close to my surgery, and I'm still not comfortable with my doctor. I'm still not feeling that I trust you with my life with my doctor, you know what I mean? So I did my research again, did my research on all of the doctors that they had, and came across Dr. Kagan's work. He had some really promising consistency on Real Self. A lot of people were talking about his bedside manners. He doesn't have any deaths. He was board certified. Everything was kind of adding up. So I'm like, okay. He was a couple $100 more than Dr. Brewster, and I was okay with that because you have someone who's not board certified and who's probably just been practicing this, and your body is going to be practiced. It seemed like to me, again, don't take my stuff as something that you need to think. This is just how I felt personally, of feeling like, okay, my body's going to be practiced because you're technically not certified and you probably just done this 15, 20 more times and you feel like you can do it. Or go with someone who was board certified. It said he had been in the game for like 50 years, like, and was really knew what he was talking about. And I saw that through his results. And he had a decent amount of posts on Jolie Plastic Surgery, their website, as well as the Instagram. He was getting some decent posts and everybody looked really good. They had what I was wanting. And so I felt a little more comfortable, and I was like, you know what? Okay. The extra money is not worth my life. And it's not worth me coming out of the situation botched or in critical condition. You know what I'm saying? So I made that choice to go ahead and change to Dr. Kagan. So this is where I started to have to deal with Jolie Plastic Surgery a little bit more, customer service wise, because it's getting kind of down to my surgery day and I have to start communicating with them versus just making my payments and going about my life. Girl, when I tell you I called my coordinator, I called to be connected to my coordinator. Number one, I was on hold for 8 minutes. And then the lady got back on the line. She was like, hey, I'm getting a busy signal for your coordinator. Let me have her call you back. Mind you, I was on my lunch on like a Friday, right? So it's like 11, 12 o'clock. I don't get a call back, you guys, and a voicemail left, you guys, until Monday evening. I said, okay, as long as you can switch my doctor, I really don't need to talk to you. I just need you to switch my doctor so that it'll be updated on the portal so that I can send you guys my money. Cool. Called her back. Oh, I can't connect you. We're getting a busy signal right now. Can I have her call you back? Again. I said, okay, if you can just relay the message of having her update my portal, I don't need to speak to her. Just update that because I'm changing my doctor. Cool, okay, I'll have her call you back. Bye. Hung up. Cool. So about 15 to 20 minutes later, I do get a call back. We have a short discussion, and she changes my coordinator. They send me another questionnaire. I fill it out right away, and I'm back in business. While I was on the phone with her, I did send over some copies of an FMLA for my mom's job so that she can come down with me and have like that time off of work that she doesn't have to worry about losing her job or whatever the case is. And at the time that I called to change my doctor, we had been emailing these people back and forth, or she had been, little did I know, emailing back and forth with them, attempting to get them to fill out the form that they're supposed to be filling out for her. And so eventually she just ended up emailing the document to me so that I can read it. And it's literally a worksheet. It's not hard to figure out. It was like 15 questions. What procedure is she getting? How long will she need someone to be helping her out? What medications will she need to be taking, etc. Tell me why it's like they don't understand how to fill out a worksheet. There's like 5 to 6 questions left blank, and my mom and I are trying to figure it out why. And she had gotten so frustrated that she forwarded the email to me and told me, you take care of it, because they clearly don't understand what's going on. And this made her feel unconfident about the clinic as well, because it's like, these are supposed to be nurses, these are supposed to be people who are familiar with what these things are, because it's a clinic and you guys are open on a daily basis. You know what FMLA forms are. You can read. Why aren't you guys filling the forms out? Why are we still going back and forth with this? So I then, while I'm on the phone with her at that moment, I asked her about it. Hey, also those FMLA forms, those aren't all the way filled out. Oh, well, we thought those are for your job, so we thought it would be unnecessary to do. No, could you please fill those out? Yeah, but we thought they were for your job. Okay, well, I didn't send it. The email that sent it to you was not my email. So are you please able to, okay, well, show me where it says that. I'm like, okay, look, fill out the forms for me, please, and then we won't have any type of problem. Okay, have a great rest of your day. Click. And then the next time I received the email back, everything's filled out. And it was like, at that point, it was like, and I don't even remember the name of my coordinator. I can go on my portal and look, but it was just like, it was just heavy attitude for no reason. It's not my fault that we're having problems. It's just not difficult to figure out how to fill out a worksheet. It's not. But I wasn't giving her a hard time about it, but she definitely hit me back with that irritated attitude, and it made me feel some kind of way. So after that, everything was smooth. A couple weeks passed by, and I shit you guys not, guess what happens? Dr. Brewster leaves Jolie Plastic Surgery. Same day. Same day. So remember how I told you guys I had just changed my doctor? Literally like a couple days to a week later, there were like rumors that Dr. Brewster wasn't doing any more surgeries at Jolie. So we all have a Jolie Plastic Surgery community group on Facebook, and you have your surgery Instagrams as well, where you find other dolls with the same doctor as you, or maybe the same doctors as in your clinic, and you guys all share your wish pictures, which are pictures that you want to look like, or you hope you will look like. You share your before pictures just so that it's easy to document how many days you have left. Dolls share like tips and tricks in between each other, stuff like that. And dolls are having to decipher and email and text and figure out, is this real? Is this doctor really not showing back up? Is he just literally leaving? Because if you don't understand the process of booking like a surgery and you're not in the state, people have to purchase their recovery house, if they have a recovery house, or purchase their Airbnb, purchase their tickets, purchase their massages, purchase all that stuff in order so that they can go down there and do it. So if a doctor is quitting on that same day, on a Wednesday, and your surgery's on a Thursday or Friday or Saturday or Sunday, you're already gearing up and have paid to be down there. So people are trying to figure out, okay, what the fuck's going on? Like, did anybody hear from their coordinators yet? Like, I've called mine, phones are busy, no one's getting back to us, like, no one's saying anything. And then the Dr. Brewster's Instagram page posts, I will no longer be working at Jolie Plastic Surgery come the end of the week.
Good day, Team Brewster. I want to say a happy Thursday to all the Brewster dolls and Brewster guys out there. We appreciate your time and patience throughout this very trying transition. We are still booking cases. Please make your deposits to the Cash App that will be included below, as well as the PayPal account. Our website will be up and running.
Right? So everyone's like, okay, if my surgery's this week, it's fine, this is good. Then he comes back to say, I'm not doing any surgeries past today, right? So everybody's freaking out. That's when Jolie Plastic Surgery comes on Instagram the next day and says, Dr. Brewster is unethical. He wants all of his dolls who are paid off already to instead pay $7,000 instead of what his current rate is. And he's just ridiculous, and why would he do that to certain dolls? And we just don't tolerate that type of unethical behavior or whatever. They're both throwing this word back and forth. So literally there's a battle between Dr. Brewster's Instagram and Jolie's Instagram. And so all the dolls are just like, what the fuck is going on? And it was so sad because it was like, I could have been in that situation had I not just decided to switch doctors ahead of time and pay that extra money. So I felt good in knowing that. But like for all of the Brewster dolls, I was kind of freaking out because that sucks. And then the Jolie Plastic Surgery is not giving anybody information. They're just posting on Instagram. People are still trying to get in contact with their coordinators. It's still being left on hold. They're still being said that they're going to call back soon. It was just a big clusterfuck. So tell me why, you guys. After that, Jolie posted that they're going to switch all Brewster dolls into Kagan dolls free of charge. So that extra money that I had to pay to become from Brewster to Kuykendall, if I would have just not did it for that couple of days to a week that I've been deciding and doing it, I would have just been able to do it without having to pay extra. Which is irritating. I mean, it's cool to like the dolls who that happened to them and they weren't prepared for it, but it was just irritating to me, and it also just made me feel like, okay, now my doctor's gonna have an overload of patients and it's gonna feel like he can't focus on the people who were already his dolls. I don't know if that's selfish to feel like, but it did not rub me the right way. So it's like now you have all of these scheduled dates and dolls who are coming over from a whole nother doctor and interfering with what's already going on. So that happened. Cool, whatever. Cool. Everything got figured out. So, I mean, it was good they got it figured out, but it was just the way Jolie did it, it was so unprofessional, and none of that stuff made sense at that time, to me at least. So, anyways, we get down there, and